Good afternoon. I'm Annabelle Sedano.
And I'm Michael Brownlee. We're coming on the air to bring you breaking news. Let's get to Julia Ding live in News Chopper 4. Julia.
Michael, we have a pursuit right now headed southbound on Figueroa in South LA, and you can see the black and whites on the ground here, CHP units. The car has actually just gone behind this tree. We're going to try and come around in News Chopper 4. It's a white car. They started chasing this on the freeway. It was westbound on the 10 before getting onto the 101, and then it exited, came down the 110 after getting back on the freeways. And again, it's right behind this tree. We're trying to come around. We're shooting this from a couple miles out, but a white car, and we have about half a dozen CHP units on the ground pursuing this car now. And it sounds like it actually turned on to Hoover. Let me try and reacquire. They actually 1022'd this. They terminated this momentarily because it was going the wrong way on these surface streets in South LA, but it sounds like it's northbound on Hoover now. Let me try and get back in position here.
Julia, if you can, let us know, what do we know so far about the driver? Any passengers with this driver?
We actually don't know anything about the driver or the passengers, but you see these CHP units back in hot pursuit, flashing lights on. And let me just hand this back to you for a moment here, Annabelle, as I'm listening to updates from our news desk. But you can see here, this is the vehicle now, northbound on Hoover, and it sounds like, I'm listening to the scanner up here in News Chopper 4, it sounds like CHP was asking for permission to attempt a pit maneuver here, so we could see that. Not right now, though, because this is now speeding through these residential streets. You're catching a flash of those black and whites behind this white car they're pursuing. Still unclear what this driver is wanted for, but we don't have any information about who else might be in this vehicle. Turning now onto West 62nd Street. This driver earlier disregarding all traffic rules, going right through intersections, red lights, stop signs, and again, they terminated this momentarily about 10 minutes ago because this driver was going the wrong way through South LA.
All right, this is very dangerous, Julia. We're seeing these, inside this driver's in a residential area, some narrow streets there as well.
That's right. Very narrow streets. Looks like he has turned back onto one of these majors. This is going to be southbound Figueroa, turned here around West 78th Street. And we're struggling just to keep up with the camera here. We're shooting this from far out. We're quite a distance away. You can see how many ground units they have on this. It sounds like they just called in their airship, the law enforcement helicopter. But this was on freeways, a total of 3 freeways before exiting here in South LA, and now they're just turning through many of these residential streets. And you can see here in hot pursuit, CHP maintaining a bit of distance now, but earlier it sounds like they were asking for permission and granted permission to try a pit maneuver if at any point this driver slowed down enough and came up on a location where they could safely do that. Right here, you see all these other drivers. You see this afternoon traffic. They really can't safely do a pit maneuver here without risking that car spinning out and hitting other drivers or pedestrians.
You mentioned, Julia, that CHP at about 12, 15 minutes ago decided to disengage this. They are back on. Any reason why?
Yeah, so we heard on the scanner up here, CHP saying we're going to 1022 it. That's the code to terminate a pursuit. And the reason they did that initially was because it was going the wrong way. They decided it was too dangerous. And then the driver got back on the right side of the road. And because I guess they were so close, they had so many ground resources on this chase already, they said on the scanner, you know what, we're going to continue monitoring it. And then we saw lights and sirens coming back on, and they're back in pursuit now. And then a couple minutes later, we heard the airship, the helicopter, reporting that they were coming up on scene. So now they've got eyes on this, not just on the ground, but from the air as well.
All right, Julia Ding live for us over News Chopper 4. We're going to continue to monitor the situation, but in the meantime, we want to turn things over to a special report.